Hello folks, I'd like to welcome you to my presentation on Moodle's folder, labels, and URLs. I'll start off with the folder. The folder module enables a teacher to display a number of related files inside a single folder, reducing scrolling on the course page. A zipped folder may be uploaded and unzipped for display, or an empty folder created and files uploaded into it. The folder tool, as you can imagine, is extremely helpful when you have several files that you would like to make available within your course. So as far as practical applications for this, um, folders can be used for a series of files on one topic, for example, a set of past examination papers in PDF format, or a collection of image files for use in student projects. Another use is to provide a shared uploading space for teachers on the course page, keeping the folder hidden so that only teachers can see it. Now I'm going to take you over to Moodle and show you how to create a folder. Okay, so here we are, back to my course page that I created in Moodle to introduce you to the file folder, label, and URL. You can see that my course is set up for the purpose of this presentation only, and so there's very little content. I am going to add a folder to March 20th to 26th, and so to start to do that, you have to make sure that the editing button is on. So right now I've already switched it on. Let me turn it off so you can just see me doing this. So I'm going to turn editing on, and that's going to allow me to make some changes to the page here. So I'm going to go to the March 20th to 26th lesson, and I'm going to add an activity or resource. You can see that the folder falls under resources, and so let me click that and add that to this page. Okay, so here we go. We're going to name our folder. Let me just call it folder of many things, and description, we'll just copy and paste that into there as well. Okay, so after you've created the name, the description, it's going to ask you what the contents are that you would like to include, the files that you would like to include. So there's the handy option here of simply dragging and dropping the files into the folder, or you can click on this button to add files that will go through your computer's Finder there. Okay, so let me try just dragging and dropping, and we'll see how this works out here for us. Okay, so I am just going to grab some different types of files. Let me drag this PDF in here, and you can see it's loading up in there. I'm going to grab a Word document and drop that in there. And lastly, I will drag and drop in there. Let me try this video file. Let's see if that. Okay, so this file is larger than maximum size, so that's something you'll have to pay attention to. So we have a PDF in there. We have a Word document in there. That's good enough for the purposes of this presentation. So let's just save and display and see how it turns out on the course page. So let me. Okay, so folder of many things. You can see that the Word document is in there, and the terms and conditions PDF is in there as well. So if I go back to our course page here, look at March 20th to 26th, you can see that all the documents that I've added are accessible through this folder here. Let me just turn the editing off, and that'll give us a truer representation of what the user will be seeing. Folder of many things, and voila, you have these items here that can be opened and downloaded. So that can be done with just a quick click there. And you you can see that it's loading up. It's downloading onto my computer. So that's it for the addition of folder and documents into through Moodle here. Okay, so I will move on to my demonstration of labels. Okay, so next we're moving on to labels. The label module enables text and multimedia to be inserted into the course page in between links to other resources and activities. Labels are very versatile and can help to improve the appearance of a course if used thoughtfully. As far as practical uses, labels are used to split up a long list of activities with a subheading or an image, to display an embedded sound file or video directly onto the course page, to add a short description to a course section. My understanding of labels and the way I've used it in the past is simply to break up long lists of content and activities on a lesson. And so let's give this a try. Let's move back over to Moodle. Okay, so we're back here in Moodle, and I'm going to continue to use the same March 20th to 26th lesson, and we're going to add a label in here. So let's go to add an activity or resource, and labels falls under resources, and so you just look for the label icon there, and let's click on that to add it to this lesson. Okay, so what do we want to say here? Let's just say, let me call this OLTD on folders, labels, and URL. Okay. So we're going to save and return to the course, and it should pop up in our lesson there. Okay, so you can see this arrow here allows you to reorder things here. And so here we go. It's added there, and let me just turn this editing off. Okay, so you can see, other than serving as a visual effect here of adding a title, a label here, there's no real function to labels. It's a subheading. Okay, so labels can either can be text, or they can also be a video or image. So let's go back in here, and let's add another label under the folder of many things. So we'll go back here, resource, label, and let's add. Okay, except this time I'm going to add an image instead of some text. So, oh, sorry, wrong button there. I'm going to look to add a video file. So let's go here, and let's see what I have on my computer here. Let's just browse the repositories, and let's see what we have. YouTube videos, and let me just pull something up. Flipped classroom, for example. Search. Okay, here we go. So I'll just select this file. Okay, YouTube, the flipped classroom model, insert media. Okay, so it's inserted this AVI file in there, and let's save and return to the course and see if that worked. Okay, perfect. So you can see that by adding a label, it can either be text or it can be a media file. Let me turn editing off. Go back here, and now we have this video that's been nicely inserted in the body of the lesson here. And let's see if it'll play, and it plays directly in the window that's embedded into the lesson.
Every day.
Perfect. So that's it for labels. I'm going to move on to inserting a URL next. Okay, so we are here at part 3 of the presentation, and this is how to insert a web link or a URL into your lesson in Moodle. So the URL module enables a teacher to provide a web link as a course resource. Anything that is freely available online, such as documents or images, can be linked to. The URL doesn't have to be the home page of a website. The URL of a particular web page may be copied and pasted, or a teacher can use a file picker and choose a link from a repository such as Flickr, YouTube, or Wikimedia. There are a number of display options for the URL, such as an embedded or a video or opening in a new window, and advanced options for passing information such as a student's name to the URL if required. So let's move into Moodle and we'll play around with inserting a web link onto your course page. Okay, so here we are back in Moodle, and I'm just going to show you how to insert a link to your web page. We'll continue on with this lesson here. You can see I've already entered in a link on Flip Learning. You can tell by this by seeing the globe, the Earth icon there. But we're going to try to add another link in here, so I'll turn editing on, and we will go to add activity or resource. Go to URL, and we will add this in here. Okay, so this time I'm going to add a resource on blended learning. Okay, let's copy and paste that into the description. And I'm going to, so as for the content, you can go through and just do any search engine, Google, and you can find copy and paste a link there. I'm going to go through this, and we're just going to go directly into YouTube. And let me just type in blended learning and search. Okay, so all sorts of options here. I'm just going to select one that I'm familiar with, I used in the past. So let's select this file. And as far as appearance, we're going to display, and let's embed it in there. Okay, so let's save and return to the course. Okay, so you can see now that I have two URLs that I've placed into the website here. So let's turn editing off. Okay. Now let's click on these links and just see where it leads. Make sure that we've done it successfully. So Flip Learning. Okay, so it takes us here to a sub page on Flip Learning, and you just click here and it will lead to the resource. Let's go back to our home page here, and on this one it's blended learning, and you can see I've set this one up so that when it opens, it automatically opens as an embedded link in here, whereas the other one had it as a link as opposed to the embedded file in here. All right, so that's pretty much it for putting a link onto your page, linking to a URL. And so that's it. I hope you were able to walk away with something small here and give you an idea, much better idea of Moodle's file folders, labels, and URLs. Okay, thank you very much.